innovation. Speaking of codes, my game got no imitation. It's innovation. We taking off like we in a spaceship. You are now experiencing greatness. 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 Yeah, you are now experiencing.
I was an athlete for my entire life. I played every sport there pretty much is, except for like lacrosse and stuff like that. So I took soccer from high school into college, and my second year in that, I tore my ACL. So after that, I started hitting the weights. I started just training and building muscle, and I loved it. You know, I just fell in love with it right away. After that, I just started seeing all these competitors and seeing this Facebook, Instagram posts, people this big muscle guys, you know. So I was starting to get it in my head, you know, okay, maybe I should try this, you know. So I checked out a couple local shows, and I actually went backstage and hung out with a couple of the guys and stuff like that, and kind of saw the ins and outs of everything that has to do with it. Just getting the full aspect of the physique like that, like starting the bodybuilding stuff. So it's kind of how I got into it. I had no idea that it was such a big aspect of it, you know, because being an athlete, training, you know, I would eat whatever I wanted, you know, and still be lean, still be mean, you know, stuff like that, because I would just work constantly, just keep going constantly. So I never really thought about how nutrition really affected you. You know, it wasn't until I started getting into college, starting to really kind of look in depth at nutrition and kind of tear it apart a little bit and break it up, that I really understood the benefits of having proper, full, rounded nutrition. So it's very, very, very important. For somebody just starting out, the best motivation they could get, the best way to get in the gym, I guess you really just need that first step of realization that you need to change in your life. You know, after that, then taking that first step and opening the door. That's the biggest thing right there. Opening the door and coming in the gym. That's the biggest thing. Or even finding a buddy to come in here. You know, that helps so much. Somebody to keep you accountable. My motivation, I want to look good for girls. That was my motivation. Then I quickly realized that was the very worst motivation you can ever have. Because, you know, I would be motivated like that. I would see myself. I'd be like, all right, I want to look good, you know, so I can go out and have these girls look at me, you know, and smile at me and stuff. And I realized after doing that, you know, I liked how I looked, but I wanted more. I wanted more muscle. You know, I started seeing progress, started seeing thickness and definition in my muscles, and I wanted more. You know, I want to look like that guy, you know. So it stopped being about the women. It stopped being all about that stuff, because motivation dies fast. It dies real fast. You're never going to be motivated every day. I'm barely motivated every day. You know, there's days where I come in here and I just want to kill it. And then there's days when I'm just like, dude, I'm so tired. I just want to sleep. I don't even want to eat my meals. I just want to go to bed and I just want to do nothing. But I force myself. So that's where you come in with the dedication. So I guess my motivation is being dedicated to the main goal that I have of getting a pro card and being the best I can possibly be, you know, and being a huge inspiration to others. Supplements are a huge factor. You know, it's the same thing as nutrition. It's huge. It all helps. It all aids in recovery. One being amino acids, BCAAs. I would definitely recommend that. I take that constantly. I take 5 grams in the morning, 5 grams pre-workout, 5 grams post-workout, and then 5 grams before bed. You know, so it just kind of keeps my muscles anabolic, keeps my body anabolic, keeps me growing, keeps everything flowing properly. You know, sometimes you don't have enough time to make food. So that's where they have a lot of these supplements, like meal replacement shakes, stuff like that. That's very, very key. So things like that, if you're not able to get the nutrition, you can use the supplements, because that's exactly what their name is right there. It's stated, supplement. You supplement. You add it into your diet. Don't be intimidated. You know, everybody starts somewhere. Absolutely. Like I was skinny. You know, I was that small guy who didn't know what the heck he was doing. You know, don't be intimidated. You you're gonna start somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere, and who knows? In a few years, you could be that guy that people look up to and be intimidated by. So it's a big aspect of your character. Character in bodybuilding, character in weight training, that's 100% of it is. If you have a piss poor character, why should people look up to you? Who are you to lead these people and show them what to do? So that's really how I kind of see it, and kind of see myself and think of myself as somebody who really would I look up to me. That's kind of how it is. When I go into the gym and I train hard and stuff like that, and I do all these exercises and I make noise, I throw weight around, stuff like that. I don't do it to be an intimidating factor. I do it to get my goal. So if people like see me as intimidating, I'll go talk to them either way. Like they can come up to me and talk to me, and I'll open up, I'll talk to them, I'll sit down and have a conversation with them. I like to see myself, and I like to kind of see everybody else as like on an equal plane. That's really how I feel and really how I see everything. So I don't think there's any need to be intimidated. I think you should definitely see that person that's a little higher than you, a little bigger than you, as like a stepping point. Like, okay, this is where I want to be. I'm right here. I need to get there. Sponsorships are a lifeline. They can be exactly what you put into them. Everything is, all work is what you put into it. You get the same out of it. So with sponsorships, they're definitely a major asset. I couldn't do what I do without them. Nutrition Direct helps me so much. Like, they really do. With supplements, with shows, with everything like that. There's ways to do it on your own, but you can't do everything on your own. You need help. You really do. Just that being said, with everything, you can't do it on your own. There's always somebody behind you to push you, to back you. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're helping you. But there's always that background, and that's exactly what sponsorships are. They're the background setting, the lifeline of a bodybuilder, which Nutrition Direct is definitely a lifeline to me. I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, so today is just going to be a lot of chest and tri workout, a lot of hypertrophy setting. I'm going to be lifting heavy weight. I'm going to be moving heavy weight. I'm going to be shooting for reps, roughly about 8 to 10 in there. I'm going to really focus on a tempo. So it's a slow, controlled setting constantly throughout the entire range of motion. What this does is sets up your muscles to have control and constant tension. All right, so with that being said, muscle grows with time under tension. So when you kind of lose that tension, even for a split second, through your exercise, through your reps, you lose that tension, lose that possibility for muscle growth. So that split second adds up over time. So say I'm doing a rep, and I lose the tension for even a split millisecond. Well, throughout 10, 20 reps, that millisecond, that adds up. And that's a lot of time you're losing. That's what we're really shooting for today. We're shooting for control, we're shooting for contraction, we're shooting for stretch. And a lot of what I'm going to do is focusing kind of a little bit more on my upper chest today, as well as a little bit of decline towards the end. Just really getting everything full. So we're going to hit a lot of presses, a lot of flies, dips, and then we're going to finish with some tricep movements. Some of my favorite stuff is actually putting the tricep in this completely contracted state, which is putting your elbows behind your body and then extending backwards like this. Because a lot of things, an aspect of your arms and the last aspect of your muscles, entire muscle groups, every muscle in your body, a lot of people don't see this. You need to train every muscle fiber in that body or in that group. So muscle fibers can be activated in a range of different positions. So for chest, we talk about how the muscle, you have to know how the muscle is attached and inserted into your body. So it starts at your sternum right here, and it goes into your humerus, into your arm. So its main function is to move your humerus across your body like this. So when you think about chest movement, you got to think about that. Instead of just kind of moving weight from point A to point B, think about you're trying to pull your humerus, your arm right here, across your body, into your body here, and try to drive your elbows together. So that can be said very highly with doing flies, but with presses, you don't really want to pull your elbows together, because then you stack your joints. When you stack your joint, you lose tension in that muscle because your joint takes over the pressure, takes over the force. So with triceps, like I was saying, we want to hit every aspect, every range. So your triceps can be fully contracted with your elbows behind your body here. It can be fully stretched up here. So you need to train every angle in that movement. So a lot of people don't do that. They only train right here and then maybe right here. They'll never train where it's fully stretched and where it's fully contracted. But those two states are where you actually get the most amount of growth because you're the weakest there. So if you're ever looking to explode a muscle and just make it just explode with growth, train it in its most contracted state and spend time there, and then train it in its most stretched state and spend time there too. A lot of people spend time in the middle and get comfortable with that. Get out of the comfort zone, and that's how you grow. Their supplements are top notch. I'm not gonna lie. Like, supplements for me, I used to take a lot of stuff. I used to just go back and forth between things until I found out what is the best, what works best. You know, I'm always reading labels, always doing research on it, which is very key. You need to do that. You need to know what you're putting in your body. You know, a lot of these supplement companies just throw crap at you and smack a fancy label on it, say, oh, this is the best product we can ever give you. You know, anybody can ever give you, and it's false. You know, it's just a bunch of proprietary blended stuff that doesn't do crap for you. You know, so Nutrition Direct isn't like that at all. And I really like that. Their whey protein powder is actually really good stuff. The pre-workout powder is awesome. It gets me geeked every time. I love it so much. You know, it helps me just get focused and intense and just go crazy and go beast mode for sure. Their amino acids taste amazing, and they do amazing things for you too. With supplements, I never really go for anything for taste because I don't really try to taste it. And I drink it so fast, I'm not gonna taste it. I don't use anything for taste, and that's just not me. You know, so other people do, and that's why their brand, everything they have, is perfect for them because it tastes great. It really does. So it is expansion of the cell tissue. There's a lot of ways you can do that. You can do it by tearing the muscle down, or you can do that by expanding the fascia that actually encases the muscle. Alright, so this is the muscle and this is the fascia. Alright, so when we try to expand the fascia, when we're actually pumping up the muscle, you hear the term the pump, you know, coined by Arnold. We're flushing blood into this muscle. So we're literally pumping it up like a balloon. So what that does, that stretches this fascia, that encases it. So then when the muscle comes back to its normal state after you're done working out, after a couple hours, it will actually then have all this room in order to grow. Oh, it's changing so much for the better. Before bodybuilding, I was I wouldn't say I was a wimp. I was a little bit, not gonna lie. But I was kind of oblivious to everything. Everything was perfect. Everything was happy. Everything was okay. You know, so bodybuilding really taught me that you're not gonna get everything you want. It doesn't all just come to you. You have to work for it. You have to work hard for it. You have to spill blood, sweat, and tears for it. You have to throw up for it. And you have to fall on the ground for it. You know, you have to throw some weight around for it, move things for it. You know, you have to do a lot of hard work for it. So I take that aspect into everything throughout my life. You know, I take it to work, I take it to school, I take it to relationships, I take it to everything. I've been a driven person from the beginning since I was born. You're gonna ask my mom. You know, she's like, oh, this kid, he's driven. When she says something, he's so stubborn, he'll do it no matter what you say. You can say no 1,000 times, he'll still find a way to do it. That's always me. You know, so when I want something, I go for it. Nothing will stop me. So bodybuilding, it's perfect for me. You know, because I want this. This is what I want so bad. So I'll give everything I got for it, and I'll die before I lose. You know, I'll do everything I can to get it. So that aspect, that foundation, kind of just helped me grow exponentially with everything. So it's been a great life-changing thing. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I love every aspect of it. So it's a great thing. It changed my life.